Good morning, Ian. The topic for this video is Pythagoras to finding the hypotenuse. Okay, so remember what hypotenuse is. Hypotenuse means the longest side of the triangle. So as you can see here in this triangle, we have a length of 6 centimeters, 8 centimeters, and an unknown length of x. Now you can clearly see x is going to be the longest side, so we call that our hypotenuse. So if we label our sides, remember A and B are going to be our shorter sides, and C will always be my hypotenuse, the longest side, okay? So using my equation, remember for Pythagoras, the equation was a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, okay? So what is a squared? A squared is going to be 6 squared. B squared, I replaced the b with 8, so that's 8 squared. What would that become? 6 squared we know is 36, 8 squared is 64. Add them up, what do you get? 36 plus 64 gives me 100, okay? So therefore, x is going to be equal to the square root of 100, and that gives me 10, because 100 is equal to c squared, and to work out what your c is, you'd have to square root your answer, okay? So that's what you have to do. So please copy down this example and copy down these instructions here. It's very simple. Top tip, when you're finding the longest side, just square the two smaller sides, add them together, and then square root to get your answer. If you don't have a square number, then of course, please use your calculator, okay? So, quick recap, what did we do? We squared the two smaller sides, so 6 squared plus 8 squared, okay? That gives me 100, and then when you add them up, it gives you 100, and all you have to do afterwards is square root 100, and that gives me 10 centimeters. Okay, remember to write down your units. So Pythagoras, the purpose of Pythagoras is to not only prove if a triangle is a right angle triangle, but to also work out the missing sides of the triangle. In this lesson here, what we're going to be learning is how to work out the longer side in particular, the hypotenuse, okay? Let's look at one more example. So determine the hypotenuse. Which was my hypotenuse? Yeah, please make a note of this. That x is my hypotenuse, okay? So to form an equation, you'll be squaring the two smaller sides, okay, or the shorter sides. So 2 squared plus 4 squared is x squared, okay? Now all you have to do is solve the equation. So 2 squared is 4, and 4 squared is 16. 4 plus 16 is 20. And what did we say? Once you add them up, just square root it. That's all it is. So square the two short sides, then add them up, and then all you have to do is square root it. So square root of 20. 20 is not a square number, so you can use your calculator, okay? So use your calculator for square root 20, and then you can get 4.47 to 2 decimal places, okay? And that's all it is. Please copy down this example as well. So again, just use the tip, okay? If you don't like to form an equation and solve it, all you have to do is square the two shorter sides, add them up, and then square root it, okay? And use your calculator if it's not a square number. That's all it is. I'll repeat that one more time. Square the two shorter sides, add them up, then square root your answer to work out your longest side.